Hollow Knight's community, at least from my experience, is actually one of the most chill communities out there compared to others. Does it have its problems? Yes, but not on the scale of other communities like Steven Universe or Undertale. You're free to criticize a community for being toxic. However, what makes this video that I'm responding to completely ironic is that this person is attacking the Hollow Knight community for being elitist while simultaneously being a Nintendo extremist. And even though he supposedly cured his autism like he claims in one of his videos, which by the way, autism is not something that can be quote unquote cured. If this was really the case, then he would have deleted his YouTube channel. But he hasn't, so that should tell you something. So let's go ahead and see what the Nintendo Extremist has to say.
Hello everyone, this is Cody Lee of BlackCatBooks.org, author of I the Dragon, Cruel and Beautiful, Rabbit Hole, and King Dio.
Ah yes, your bookstore. The bookstore where you talk about vampires and horny teenagers. Considering the fact that I watched a crab named Heller read Cruel and Beautiful, I don't even want to know what the other three books are about.
Has anyone else noticed the weird elitism that Hollow Knight fans have in regards to other games?
Once again, I'm gonna have to call you out on your hypocrisy. You are literally a YouTube channel dedicated to worshipping Nintendo and tossing aside any other video game that isn't Nintendo related. I mean, you have made a video with a title called You Can't Kill Nintendo, and I watched it, and I want to kill myself now. If you're curious what this video is about, it's basically a cover of The Metal by Tenacious D, but it's how apparently you can't kill Nintendo because it's too strong, so spare your ears, the original's better.
I'm not just talking in regards to other indie games or other games like it. I've seen Hollow Knight fans go after titles like Mario 64, like Zelda 2, and most recently Metroid Dread. In fact, that's the most recent example I've seen. The thing that really inspired me to talk about this is this weird fanatical obsession with downplaying Dread and hyping up Hollow Knight.
I really hope that you're gonna show proof that that's the case. I mean, Hollow Knight fans downplaying games like Metroid Dread and Mario? I have never seen anything like that. The closest thing that I've seen of Hollow Knight fans being elitist is when there was a Hollow Knight spin-off called Crowsworn, and people were calling that a Hollow Knight ripoff, but that's it. I have never seen what you're talking about. And you know what? I decided to look up Hollow Knight fans attacking Metroid Dread, and surprise, surprise, I found nothing. Now, what I did find is a Reddit post comparing Hollow Knight to Metroid Dread. However, with that being said, that's all they're doing is comparing the two games. That's not necessarily attacking the game, but rather criticizing it. All the dude is really complaining about is how Metroid Dread is $60 for the amount of playtime, while Hollow Knight gives you so much more just for $15. And I don't blame him for saying that, because even though from what I've heard Metroid Dread is a really good game, Hollow Knight just has so much more content and it's cheap. And I also looked at the comments on that Reddit post, and once again, I don't see anyone attacking Metroid Dread, so I'm gonna have to call bullshit on your claim, Harman Smith, or Cody Lee, whatever the fuck your name is.
Now, I'm a Hollow Knight fan. I've put 60 hours into it. I've played the game. I'm in the middle of another playthrough. I like the game, right? But to compare it to Dread, or to try and attack Dread for supposedly being inferior, it feels as if Hollow Knight fans are desperate for some kind of validation or attention.
And simultaneously, you think Nintendo are literal gods, considering the fact that you have compared several different games to Nintendo games on many occasions, claimed that Nintendo dominates horror games, criticized Review Tech USA for attacking Nintendo for shutting down emulators and ROM sites as well as Rich justifying them, and then made a separate video saying that emulators are inferior. You completely disregard the technical problems of the Nintendo Switch Online N64 expansion, which I watched on a live stream with X Lucas. You spread misinformation on the Valve Steam Deck and unsurprisingly say the Nintendo Switch is superior. You made a fucking Tenacious D cover worshipping Nintendo, and right here, you're downplaying Hollow Knight because of Metroid Dread and criticize its community for being elitist, while you yourself are a Nintendo extremist. Ladies and gentlemen, You cannot write this level of irony.
Right? Like it's desperate. It's like they're desperate to be taken seriously. They want to be seen as like the kings of their respective genres. When in reality, I like Hollow Knight a lot actually, but it can't match up to Metroid. It'll never match up to what Metroid did.
You're wrong, and you're a grotesquely ugly freak. Thanks.
Nobody is saying that Hollow Knight is superior to Metroid games. I mean, dude, the game is literally under the Metroidvania game genre, and if they are saying that, then yeah, they are fanatics, but I have not seen people attack games like Metroid or Castlevania for being inferior to Hollow Knight. Again, the closest thing was Hollow Knight fans attacking Crowstorm for being a Hollow Knight spin-off, but that was one occasion. You also have to consider people like Fireborn, one of the most respected people in the Hollow Knight community, that when Hollow Knight fans attacked that game, Fireborn called them out, and that's what I love about him. He's not afraid to defend things that don't deserve hate. He's not afraid to criticize the community that he himself is a part of. That's why I think Hollow Knight's community is the most tame compared to others.
I don't think Hollow Knight is nearly as good as people make it out to be. I'll probably talk about this more in depth as I go through my second playthrough, but it's such a shame to see fans so rapidly attacking other games in the same genre that are of similar or superior quality. Like, you should be happy that there are other games like Hollow Knight that are structured the same way, that influence the games, but no, all I see is just this blind fanaticism regarding this specific property. And
Yeah, well, here's the thing. I want you to show proof that that's the case, because as far as I'm concerned, the Hollow Knight community is very well aware that the game would not exist if it weren't for games like Metroid and Castlevania. You know what? I'm obviously asking for too much. The guy doesn't know how to edit for shit.
there will come a time where people are going to make fun of you, and I think that we're on the teetering on the edge of that now. With them going after Dread, I think they've really gone after something that they really shouldn't have. And if they keep it up, yeah, people are going to start making fun of Hollow Knight fans, and that is going to be something that they do very much indeed deserve.
Holy fuck, your self-awareness is just non-existent. One last time, you're a Nintendo Extremist who shits on anything that isn't Nintendo related, so the fact that you're calling out the Hollow Knight community for being entitled and elitist is incredibly hypocritical. Seriously, get your head out of your ass. Why can't you just accept the fact that you're a mindless Nintendo dick rider and should probably go to rehab for your addiction towards anything Nintendo? You know what? Never mind. That takes too much brain power in order to do that. Nintendo fanboys are not capable of such things, so we'll just leave it at that. All I gotta say to Cody Lee is...
keep that same energy.
Anyways, I hope you guys like this video. Be sure to subscribe because I need clout.